Good morning, everybody. This is the first official installment of the new Tea Time with Tiffany video series that I'm very excited to be starting here at Life of a Catholic Librarian. And what I thought that I wanted to talk about today was just the wonderful feedback that I received after the initial video post that I created last week during my little blog identity crisis. And just the creative inspiration that provided me with, and the ideas that I now have going forward for the summer and then beyond. I just had such a wonderful time making that video and reading everybody's suggestions and thoughts on it and coming up with new ideas for what I wanted to do. And I feel so inspired, and I just wanted to share that with all of you. And I wanted to mention everybody by name that got in touch with me, because it just meant so much to me that you did that. And so I hope that you're all watching, and I hope that you have your tea or coffee just like I do, and that every week we can get together and have these discussions, and I'm really looking forward to that. So the people that got in touch with me last week, like I said, I just wanted to mention everybody by name, were my best friend, Christina, my former colleague, Bridget. I miss you, Bridget. It was so nice to hear from you. KT, Teresa, and Teresa, I know that you live in Western New York, so let's try to get together, girl. Maybe we can have a wine time with Tiffany. Catherine, Beth Ann, Cindy, Captain Jeff, my sister Shauna, and Ron. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for reaching out to me and encouraging me. That just meant so much to me. And so some of the ideas that were generated from the discussions that I had with you via this feedback were as follows, that I'm very excited about. Cindy had mentioned an idea for a topic, and I hope that if you have an idea for a topic that you'll leave me a comment, let me know. And so I started to generate a list of potential topics for these posts based upon Cindy's comment, and you'll see that I actually have a list. That's because I'm type A, former attorney. I have a legal pad. So Cindy, your idea is on the list, and her idea was, would I talk about faith in marriage and how does that work in my own marriage? And Cindy had asked, I'm not sure if that's too personal, and you can let me know. But Cindy, I don't think that's too personal, because my blog, like it says in the title, is a Life of a Catholic Librarian. It's a blog in which I share all sorts of things that are going on in my life. And so I don't shy away from personal topics. Certainly I censor what I'm sharing so that it's nothing that's too personal about myself or my family. But I don't not talk about issues that are personal in nature and that are particularly challenging, or whatever the case may be, or also things that are just particularly uplifting and heartwarming that are things that we all encounter in our life that I just feel that I want to share. And so I think that would be a wonderful topic. Excuse me, my allergies have been very much affecting my voice, so apologizing for my raspiness. So that's on the list. And I was also, I had Cindy's idea, and I thought, well, what are some other things that I could add that I could possibly talk about in the video series? So I thought maybe I could talk about, librarianship and how I got started, and reference librarianship and teaching, and where I'm kind of going with that, because my job is changing a little bit. So that would be an interesting topic, and how I got started in Middle Eastern dance, and how we can all sort of get back into the arts if that's what you're interested in as adults, and like how I got started listening to Catholic podcasting, because that's such a meaningful thing to me, and I have met so many new friends via my relationship, if you will, with SQPN, a Catholic new media organization that is affiliated with the conference I'm going to in a couple weeks, the Catholic New Media Conference. I just think that it would be kind of fun just to talk about how I got started listening, and where I've gone from there. The first time I went to a Catholic New Media Conference, and just had some really good memories from that, so I thought I would share those. So some great things, I think, brewing for future video posts. But Catherine had left me feedback saying that she would be interested in me creating podcasts of myself praying some chaplets. And I've talked about some kind of different and interesting chaplets in my Catholic Nook series on the blog. So like the chaplet of Our Lady Star of the Sea, or the chaplet of St. Dominic Savio, things like that. So chaplets in which there most likely aren't other audio recordings of people praying those, and there's plenty of beautiful recordings of the Rosary, the Chaplet of Divine Mercy, you know, the nuns harmonizing and all that. I'm not going to do any better than those absolutely gorgeous recordings. But, you know, for some of these others, I thought it would be really nice that we could pray together. And I love that idea, Catherine. So I really want to run with that. And what I'd like to do is create a page accessible at the top of my blog that would have links to the Catholic Nook posts that I've written about each chaplet, a short video introduction where I talk about the chaplet and display the beads, because I almost certainly have a pair of the beads, because I like to collect such things, and then you could acquire your own if you wanted, you know what you were looking for, and then a downloadable audio file, or you could, you know, download it to your phone, or if you're old-fashioned like me, to your iPod, and then we could pray together. And then this would just be ongoing. I would just keep adding things to the page as I was able to get to it. And I am going to learn how to do this summer. And in fact, at the Catholic New Media Conference, there is a session on podcasting led by our friend Captain Jeff. And so Captain Jeff, I'm hoping that you can teach me how to record the files and then store them somewhere where I could link to them and they would be downloadable. And so stay tuned. I will let you know how that project is going, but I'm going to be working on that this summer. And I'd also like to ultimately craft a podcast that would be kind of talky, because obviously I like to talk to you. Talking newsy on Catholic issues, or I don't know, I would just need to brainstorm, but you know, like an hour-long show every couple of weeks or something like that. And so that I would very much like to pursue, and I will be coming up with ideas, but this will be like the first thing that I start working on. And that will be a nice practice, I think, for creating audio files. Excuse me. So that's kind of where we're headed, and I'm so excited. So I'm going to wrap this up, but I had said that I would have a devotion of the week each time I record one of these. So my devotion of the week this week is the Pentecost Novena, which is almost done. The last day is Saturday, leading up to the Feast of Pentecost on Sunday. The priest will be wearing red vestments. It's all exciting. And I just love praying novenas leading right up to the feast. And I'm signed up with praymorenovenas.com. They deliver the prayers to your email box every day, which I love. And this novena is nice because it's like a short prayer each day. And I have to be honest and say that the longer novenas, where there's like different pieces of the puzzle for you to do, I find harder to keep up with just because, you know, my kids are interrupting me and all these types of things. So the Pentecost Novena is just a short prayer reflection, and I've been keeping up with it and enjoying it. And I do feel like the Holy Spirit has been inspiring me this past week through you. And thank you so much for that. It has just been a wonderful week of brainstorming and excitement about what's to come here on Life of a Catholic Librarian. I hope that you all have a wonderful holiday weekend, and I look forward to talking to you with our hot beverages again next week. So talk to you then. Thank you.